What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about these new limiteds that are in packs right now. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think many people are going to be going after either of these cards. I believe that they're trash, but on a theme team, they can be good. All right, see, that's the thing that's crazy about the way Madden has, developed our brains right now. Most of us are probably laughing about the fact that we can't get a card without it being able to be on our theme team because we don't have enough spots. So for those of you guys that are new to, the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Follow me on social media, GmiasWorld, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this right now because this is why I give you guys these updates. I want your teams to be savage because the game is savage. All right, so look, realistically, we all know, right? A middle linebacker is useless. Linebackers are useless in coverage. And even if they're there, they'll get dotted through their body, right? So we understand that that's a part of the game that we have to deal with. So by default, that Jerome Baker is garbage. Just because it's a linebacker, it makes our blood boil. If your blood is boiling right now, let me know about it in the comments. You know what I'm talking about. It's 3rd down and 776, and a guy drops back with Michael Vick, runs backward, throws the ball off his back foot across his body to the right side. Your middle linebacker, Sam Mills, is right there, and he just stands there and gets dotted. That goes for all middle linebackers. Even if you put Ted Hendricks out there at 6'7", you'll still lose. I have a video on GmiasWorld Gaming, a full-length gameplay where I played the, was it the Dolphins club champion winner that threw it right at Ted Hendricks? And that was it. He just threw it. Like, that's the end of the story. He threw it at Ted Hendricks. Ted Hendricks is 6'7", he just stood there. And it just went right through him. So just to let you guys understand, the reason that I let you guys know exactly what's going on is because I don't believe in hyping up cards that are trash, regardless if it's new or not. So I know for a fact that middle linebacker is about as good as a turd outside. So I can't really get excited about it. Now, if you blitz him, because he has suitable speed, we'll go take a look at it now. And you're able to get success with that, I just want you guys to enjoy the game as much as possible and avoid the stuff that's going to make you rage, because it makes me rage, and most of you guys understand it. Most of you guys that come here, they're like, oh my God, there's a guy that thinks just like I do. Like, yeah, these things don't work. This doesn't work. That's what it's about, because what happens is I try to put every one of my viewers in the best possible situation to get a win. So if a card sucks, I feel like it's necessary for me to tell you that. Because if I hype up a card and then you go out there and you lose, you're going to come back and rage, and you have full right to do so. But if I tell you outright the card is trash, you can't get mad at me by default. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. So look, when you look at these prices and it's like, oh my God, why are they so expensive, Gmi, if they're trash? They're expensive because they're limiteds. That's the simple answer. Now, this guy, why would we spend 1.64, 1.55 on Austin Ekeler? Like, it doesn't really make any sense to do that. Now, if he's on a theme team, what is he doing? Does he spin? Spin move is 94, but that doesn't mean anything because Reggie Bush has a better spin than Barry Sanders, and Reggie Bush's spin is in the 80s. So they really made a mistake with the way that a lot of these cards are made. The development team did a real bad job. The people that are in charge of the attributes and making the players do stuff, the spin move is very non-existent in a lot of cards that have very high ratings. So it has to be a guessing game. We got to try to figure it out. Okay, does this guy spin? Does this guy spin? It's really ridiculous, right? So I don't know. And even if he does spin, he's not worth that amount of coins. Just so that everybody understands. Yes, he would go to 99 speed if he's on a full theme team with the power up. I understand that. But no card at this point right now, I can't think of a card that's going to make a play every single time that's worth that type of coins. And you can look at it like Randy Moss, in my opinion, is still the best wide receiver in the game, and he makes a tremendous amount of plays. Everybody knows this. He's not even going for that much. So it doesn't make any sense. If you look at it that way, I just need you guys to understand. It is very important that you guys get that through your heads, bro. When you look at these cards, understand like the pros and the cons. Even if you are a Chargers theme team, do you really want to invest in a card like this right now when we have the playoff promo and we have all these other promos coming up? Do you really want to do that? If that's something that you want to do, have at it. But just remember that I told you, I don't think it's worth it. Now, again, we go back to Jerome Baker and we start to look at his speed. I loved what his speed was, 93. He gets the power up, bam, 94 plus 4, 98 speed on a full theme team. It sounds great. It's a beautiful thing. But then you'll get nano detected if you blitz them. What's nano detection? Nano detection is something that was cooked up in a laboratory, in a cauldron, with just like nothing that they did with the pop-up girls. It wasn't sugar spice and anything nice. It was pure agony and rage, and they came out with this and make sure that look, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now, okay? Nano detection is so disgusting. It doesn't really benefit you in any case to blitz linebackers or D linemen. The corners don't get nano detected from what I've seen, but anybody that's close to the line, they stop, they jog in place, and it allows the other player that you're playing against to get the ball off. So if you've seen that and you don't understand what it is, that's something that was implemented into the game. What was that? That might have been into Madden 17. They brought nano detection, I believe. It was 17 or 18 because you know, they didn't like the way guys were shooting the gap too crazy. The AI was just running right in. They didn't like it, so they created that. It makes the game automatically disgusting when you want to blitz. All right, so just so you guys understand that, even if you get him up to that speed, he's still useless because he's a middle linebacker. Now, if they decide to change that for whatever reason and allow certain players to be able to go after the ball, which we've seen, like even in the last game, we saw Devin White stretch his arms out, pick the ball off, like do stuff like that. EA doesn't allow that to happen. So only secondary players can actually do that. So yeah, your Dolphin theme team might look better, but it's like all foolishness because you theoretically cannot play linebackers unless you're blitzing everybody like I'm doing right now with the new scheme. And we're going to go ahead and jump over to some team building tips right now. There is no other way around it. That's pretty much what it is. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. I don't believe that either of these limiteds make any sense right now. If it was something that did, I will look. I'll definitely let you know. I'm a Raiders theme team, but I help other players build their teams as well by letting them know based on the way a card plays, like I played against it, or the way the numbers look, if it's in your best interest. Anything that's not in your best interest, I'm not telling you. You may not agree with me, but in the long run, you'll understand why I rage the way I do. If you go ahead and subscribe to GmiasWorld Gaming right here on YouTube and just see what goes on in the game, you'll understand why I'm so passionate about the hatred of certain cards in the game. All right, so now that's all the stuff with the limiteds. Now let's jump over to team building, which I know you guys are very excited about. Some of you guys were asking me, yo, Gmia, what's the feedback, bro? You went crazy, you're a psycho, and you have like 35 double or nothings and you don't care about anything. Well, I gotta let you guys know something. All of that stuff is correct. I've gone insane. It's really, really bad. How has it been going? It's been going pretty well. Now, I've lost a few games that I probably shouldn't have lost because I didn't care. I went for 2 at the end of the game, or I just didn't care anymore because they beefed up the O-line so much, you don't need any O-line abilities anymore. Like you can, if you put post up, it's super OP. So you can just run the ball all game, right? So you're gonna have a lot of issues with getting pressure. So what I did was I made one adjustment. I put inside stuff back on Michael Strahan because I didn't like him having double or nothing, because when people ran the ball, they were able to get yards. And the inside stuff, you know, it's there for show for the most part because he'll shed and stand there and look at you and not do anything. So when you guys are asking, should I go back and just have the five inside stuffs? I mean, not the 5 inside stuff, the 5 double or nothings. It is something that I probably should do. Because you know what's crazy about this? I know that in certain cases, they'll just blow up the middle of the run and just come right in. But double or nothing sometimes does the same exact thing. So it's very, very unique in the way that the game works, where we can try to figure out certain things like, yo, does this work? Does this work? And then in certain cases, nothing works. You see what I'm saying? Like you can go from, oh yeah, this is good, to yo, this game is hideous in a matter of seconds. So you can dabble with it. I think I am going to take inside stuff off and just deal with whatever happens in the run game and see how it works out, because when you have 5 inside stuffs, which is LT, okay, you got LT, you got, we're going to put Michael Strahan back on, so that'll be 5. You got Kevin Carter, you got Khalil Mack, and DeMarcus Ware, who we added in, right? So you got 5 double or nothings. What happens is this, like many of you guys know, usually you're going to get nothing. But when you overdo it, sometimes you'll get lucky. That's all I'm going to say. Like sometimes you'll get lucky. And I won a whole lot of games with this, with this whole little scheme. I am in the Miami Dolphins defensive playbook, and I run a lot of 3-4 or double A gap. So what I'm going to do right now that I'm talking about it with you guys, we're going to take inside stuff back off of Michael Strahan and just go back to doing whatever. Now, some of you guys were saying to me, you know what, Gmia, like, do we need the acrobat out there? Like, what is the big deal about having acrobat? Why not go with 6 double or nothings? Like, why not care? Like, just whatever. The primary reason about that is, like, the 5 just works out. If you run 3-3-5 wide, you know that you got players everywhere playing defense, right? That works out very, very well. When you go 6, it's kind of OP because not everybody's going to be able to get involved in the play. Unless you do run double A-gap and you leave linebackers in, which I don't really recommend. So I would just say to you guys, you know, from me to you right now, although double or nothing in most cases doesn't like work every time, you get immediate pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a timer and it just goes. And all of a sudden, you know, your guy is shedding and he's back there and everything is looking good. That's how it goes. All right, so I'm going to just break it down. Build your team with power rushers because the speed rushers, they charge more. What do they do? What is it, like 3 for double or nothing? What are they? Or maybe the speed rushers do get it for 2. Oh, they do get it for 2. So look, these speed rushers, right? Because I think, what were you guys asking me about? You guys were asking me about like Julius Peppers, and you're like, yo, Gmia, what if you know, put a couple speed rushers in there with finesse move? Does that make any sense? The thing that I was thinking about when I was thinking about the 3 AP was inside stuff. Yeah, it goes to 3 AP for speed rushers instead of 2 for the power rushers. When you look at this, right, some of you guys are like, yo, Julius Peppers, yo, Gmia, Julius Peppers, right? Would double or nothing, would he be good, you know, as a speed rusher? It's possible. But what I've seen is that power rushers dominate this game. So it could be something that we go to take a look at, you know, add a speed rusher with double or nothing, see how they work. But I'm just letting you know, the results are clear. If you fill your D-line with power rushers and give them double or nothing, most of the time you'll get nothing. But when you get that double, GG's. I'm letting you know right now, like, everybody is going to scream. It doesn't matter. And it's consistent pressure every single time. And you could honestly get pressure by just sending 4, just so that you guys are aware of what's going on. So with that being the case, as far as the team building on the defensive side of the ball, this is where we're going to go with it. We're going to keep the 5 double or nothings. We're going to use X factor abilities on the other players that don't have abilities. So Taylor Mays is playing, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is playing, and Sean Taylor is playing. What I didn't remember, see, D'Angelo Hall doesn't have anything, but we may have to give him something in certain cases. I think I'm going to leave him the way he is right now, but that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, and it's working out for me. So if you guys have any other abilities or you think that you're getting sheds with something else, please feel free to share it with the community. I'll take a look at it, and we'll go from there and just try to continue to build up a way to get pressure in this game. Because other than that, we're going to all be suffering, and I don't want us to suffer. And this has been working. I've been very, very happy just having 5 double or nothings being complete idiots and just shedding whenever. Having 2 acrobats, so when the ball, you know, something gets tipped, these guys dance around and fly around like idiots. Everything works out well. All right, so let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your theme team is and what you're planning on looking forward to with the new cards coming out. I believe tomorrow with the NFL promo. I think we have another week before you can unlock that Steve Smith senior. So let me know what your thoughts are. I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Until next time, one love, y'all.